Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Cincinnati. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coleman shoots right. Set. Set.
They'll run, and here's Amarian Hampton. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call.
Run! 380, ground, 380, ground.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be second and long.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
380, run!
Pistol here for Herbert. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
First down.
That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
380, run! Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That caught by Davis. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game, and the Chargers have the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
And now they find themselves on the verge of really putting together an opening statement drive here at the start of this game. But now that the field becomes condensed, continue to be smart in the way you attack this defense. The last thing you want to do is settle for 3 in what's been a very impressive opening drive.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Hampton will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Set.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
6. What's up?
That is caught out wide on the RPO. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd down, Baker. That's complete to all the tight ends. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
40-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out!
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4.
180!
They'll run with Damian Martinez. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
What's up?
Here's a toss as they look to run. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. But we'll need to check on the call. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 16.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
Good. 180. What's up?
Throwing is Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 4-yard line.
So after 1, the Chargers out to the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up.
Good. Prep 20. Start.
They'll run for the 1st time with their fullback. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
That's good.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Darius Davis to return it.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down and 9.
Home to try. Go.
Herbert. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away.
And it's 4th down.
Looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Set. 180. What's up?
On play action, Mayfield moving outside the pocket, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
Run. What's that?
Baker to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. That's fielded at about the 18. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Herbert plans to the left side and taken in by Diggs. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Herbert. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down.
Good. 180. What's up?
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
2nd and 10.
Good. 180. What's that?
They go play action with Mayfield. He'll get that to all his tight ends. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and inches.
Alert, 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 alert. Good. What's that?
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. Had it by plenty, too. Keeping the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! I'm coming! What's that?
Now Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Stop!
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen, and he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Now a give on the ground, and he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play and a really good play.
And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line for the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive, and I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard or 2.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mayfield. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
180! Hey, alert 33! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's that?
3rd down. We'll try to get it on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Herbert now on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down.
380, run!
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. First, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Real. Pistol.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Chargers 7. To kick off for the Chargers.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Baker. That's complete to all the tight ends. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
This is caught at the 2. And the Bengals going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's of nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Man in motion, it's Diggs. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On play action, it's Herbert. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's Diggs. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chargers.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. Finding room across midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go again with Hampton. He'll get about 2. Jamar Stewart, they're on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, right side. He's got him. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40.
A gain of 19
They'll get
yards.
19 out of that play. 1st down, L.A.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Hey, ram. Step.
Now Herbert again. He's got his tight end, Arante Gadsden, the 2nd. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On the ground, Hampton. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Ready.
He'll try to run with Hampton. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Go Lion.
They'll go for it. It's Herbert. This one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. What a stunning turn of events, Greg. Looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Throwing on first down is Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete to Diggs. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. 11 yards on the connection there, and the Chargers have the first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
A run. This is Hampton. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Back to the outside. He's got Diggs.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now, Herbert. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Herbert to throw. That one intercepted. And now he loses the football. The Bengals have got it. Inside the 40. Still going. And that is pulled in by the defense in the end zone. How about that? That's as easy a pick six as you'll ever get. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick six. But to get 2 pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set.
Out play fake. Herbert. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert now on 1st down. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now it's Herbert. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and All these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Martinez.
Damian Martinez, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
The Bengals out and ready to punt.
Formation.
And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Davis going in motion. That's going to be incomplete. The coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Chargers.
Open man is Davis. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's Herbert. Moving to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
That caught by Davis. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. To throw, it's Herbert. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim might have went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.